So today's video is a video all about the makeup brushes that you need to have. So I have narrowed it down to 8 different makeup brushes that I cannot live without. I have a ton of makeup brushes, but these are the makeup brushes that I find myself using in pretty much every single makeup look. Every time I do my makeup, I use these all of the time. So I wanted to do a video about this because if you guys are thinking about what brushes you want to invest in, or you're thinking about expanding your makeup kit, you want some idea of some makeup brushes that would really help you guys out, then hopefully this video is going to help you. The first makeup brush that I want to talk about is a foundation brush. This is the Sigma Flat Top Kabuki F80 brush, and he's a bit dirty because I just filmed a tutorial, but this foundation brush will make your face look airbrushed, and I don't say that lightly. Because it's so compact and the bristles are so dense, it packs on a lot of product, and the way that I use this to give myself the most airbrush look is I will press it into the skin. So I will dot my foundation all around my face and then I will press into my skin using this, and this gives you a really high coverage. It is a little bit of an investment, it's a little bit pricey. However, I bought this about 3 years ago. It is still as good as ever. I also have not experienced any shedding with it, and it's a very high quality brush. So this is definitely the foundation brush that I would highly recommend for you guys to get. Next is this duo fibre brush from Morphe Brushes. This is perfect for blending out all of the lines. One of the traits of non-professional looking makeup look is when you don't blend out your line, and I always push this because it's so important to blend all of your lines out, whether that's on your face, whether that's on your eye looks. It's so important, and this is the perfect brush to blend out all of your face makeup lines. So once you have contoured or bronzed and applied blush and highlighter, this is the perfect brush to go in and blend all of these lines out, because the last thing that you want is to look like you just have a strip of makeup up here. You want to make it look very seamless and very blended, so this is the perfect brush to do that with. This is pretty much exactly how I use this on a daily basis. Again, I've had this for a while and I haven't experienced any shedding. It's very high quality. Next is this e.l.f. small stippling brush. This is the perfect brush I find to contour with, and I contour very regularly. I just love the way that a good contour looks once it's been blended. It gives your face so much structure and definition, and I really like the way that looks. This fits perfectly in the hollows of the cheeks to really sculpt out the cheekbones, and also on the hairline here, and also the jawline and the nose. And the great thing about this little guy is that he's very affordable. This costs, I think, something like £2 or £3 from e.l.f. I bought this little guy online and I've had him again for a really long time. Sometimes e.l.f. brushes will shed a little bit, but I haven't experienced any shedding with this guy. Next is this Real Techniques, what is this, setting brush. I have had this again for a really long time, and I use this for setting under my eyes. Setting under your eyes is really important so that your concealer doesn't crease, and setting your under eyes can also add to the highlighted shades of your face if you use a light setting powder. That's what I use to give that sort of Kim Kardashian under eye highlight. I cannot go without setting my foundation and my concealer. It just doesn't feel right on my face. Because he's very narrow at the top, can fit right up under the lash line if necessary, and all the way down into this small area, because this is a very sensitive area. You don't want to use a really large brush and it wouldn't give you the precision that a smaller brush will give you. Real Techniques brushes are so soft. so that really helps with the sensitivity of the skin under the eyes. And next we're going to move on to the eye brushes that you absolutely need to have in your collection. The first one I think goes without saying, just because every single one of my tutorials features this brush. This is the Sigma Tapered Blending Brush. This is the E40. This brush is life. This will make your eye look so professional. Blending the transition colour into the crease is, I would say, the most important step of a makeup look, because the last thing you want is to have a real thick line just in your crease that hasn't been blended. It just looks really unprofessional and it's not a very nice look to have. It reminds me of when I first started using makeup and we used those blue eyeshadows and we just stuck it on the eyelid and didn't blend it and it looked terrible. And he was one of the first brushes that I bought in my collection. Believe me, I have not looked back. It's so important to blend. Once you use this guy, it's so much easier. I just use windshield wiper motions, little swirling motions, and it's so important and it will make such a difference to your eye look. They last for such a long time and I would have no qualms with buying 10 of these because I know how well they work and how long they last. The next is a slightly smaller blending brush that is just as important as the E40. This is a MAC 217 blending brush. It's a slightly more dense goat hair brush. You can use this for the lower lash line, for smoking that out. That's what I do quite a lot, and also for defining the crease a little bit and in the outer corner as well. Just another really important blending brush. These guys work together in the best possible fashion. I'll use this one first, then I'll go in and deepen it up a bit and chisel it out a bit, then I'll go back in and blend, then I'll go back in and blend, and you can kind of tell the way that it goes. I bought this guy many years ago. He's still with me in my collection. He's not shed at all. He's just really great. The next brush is again from MAC. This is a MAC 219 brush. There are lots of different pencil brushes on the market and I know that you can get some cheaper. This is just my pencil brush. I use this guy in my outer corner, in the outer V, and if I want to chisel out the crease a bit more, and also on the lower lash line, working with the 217 to smoke the lower lash line out. I'll go in with this with the colour first and then I'll take a lighter colour and I'll smoke this slightly below. And again, it really is the blending of the eyeshadows that makes the makeup look so professional. I can't stress that enough. I'm like a broken record, I say it all the time, but it really is so important and I can't stress enough how much these guys will help you if you do invest in them. You can also use this to inner corner highlight and highlight on the brow bone as well, and if you wanted to you could also use this to contour the nose as well. So it has a lot of different uses and very much worth the investment of the price. I don't think they're that expensive. I know that some of the bigger MAC brushes are expensive, but I don't think these are super expensive. I mean, it's all relative to how much you use them, and I honestly use these guys on a almost daily basis when I wear makeup. And the final makeup brush that you need to have in your collection is a flat synthetic brush. I got this from Crown Brushes when I was at IMATS in London. This is the C170-8. Tons of different makeup brands do them. I know that MAC does them, I think Real Techniques does them, I know Morphe Brushes does them, but synthetic brushes are really great for packing on really intense colours onto the eye look, whether that's some sort of a pigment or just a shadow, and you can wet your brush with eye drops or Fix Plus and then pack that on and it will give you such an intense colour. That is definitely one of the best uses of this. You can generally just use this to apply eyeshadow on the lid as well, or on the... So these are the makeup brushes that I absolutely cannot live without, and I really would suggest you guys to invest in these if you haven't already. Makeup brushes make such a difference with the way that you apply your makeup. There's nothing worse than using a scratchy makeup brush. It's so uncomfortable, it's terrible for your skin. So that is the end of the video. I really hope that you guys did enjoy it and found it useful. Maybe you're going to go and invest in some of these. I also have a couple of discount codes for Sigma in the description bar, and I also have a link that you guys can use to get onto the website, and I would really appreciate if you do use that. And that's pretty much all. I don't know, I'm still holding these. And that's pretty much all I have got to say, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!